A Texas mileage tax? What you need to know right now. Hey everyone, Dennis London here. I've been getting so many calls, emails, and texts about this mileage tax bill that I figured I'd just go ahead and make a video to help answer as many of the questions as I can. What we're talking about is House Bill 3418, authored by a Democrat, that was passed out of the House on May 5th with a 96-46 vote. That's record vote 1099 if you want to go look it up. Only 53% of our Republican representatives voted against it. It's unbelievable. So in case you're wondering, the longtime establishment incumbent here in House District 33, yep, you guessed it, he voted for this intrusive, nanny state, un-American, and anti-Texan piece of garbage. So what does the bill call for? Well, the bill calls for a study to develop a statewide pilot program to assess a user fee on the owners of motor vehicles based on the number of miles they travel on public highways in Texas. This pilot program, which will initially involve just commercial trucks, will test the reliability, ease of use, cost, and public acceptance of how Texas could count and report the number of miles you drive, collect payment from the driver, protect that data, ensure privacy, actually it's more like an invasion of privacy, and vary the pricing on the time of day and type of road you're driving on. Oh, and they'll also look at how they can enforce the mileage tax and look at, and I'm going to quote now, opportunities for operators to evade or manipulate the fee, end quote. They'll also look at the impact of the mileage tax on, get this, you ready? Equity. Look, I don't need a study to tell me that a mileage tax will hit the poorest people the hardest. They tend to live the furthest from where they work. I also don't need a study to tell me how intrusive this is going to be and the loss of privacy that it's going to cause for all Texans. I don't need a study to tell me that a mileage tax would hurt businesses, especially tourism-related businesses in towns that rely on people road tripping in for a visit. I don't need a study to tell me that a mileage tax would make you think twice about visiting your friends or your relatives. I don't need a study to tell me that rural folks who drive farther for goods and services would be hit harder by a mileage tax. Now, if you've happened to call any of your legislators and you've emailed them to complain about this, you were probably told it's not a mileage tax, it's just a study. And you know what? That's true. It is a study. It's a study on how to force a mileage tax down our throats in the future. It's a study that seeks to combine maximum revenue generation with the least resistance from the voting public. And yes, it will start with volunteers and commercial trucks. But you know they're planning to use the results to come after our passenger vehicles. And just remember, a tax on commercial truck travel will raise the cost of anything you buy that's delivered by truck. And that's, well, pretty much everything you buy. As if inflation wasn't bad enough. So a pilot program is what they want to call it, and a study. But do you honestly think we need a study to tell us a mileage tax is a bad idea? Yeah, me neither. Why don't we save ourselves some time and money and just put this idea back on the shelf? Better yet, send it over to California. I bet they would love it. So where's this bill right now? And does it even have a chance of becoming law? Well, a bill has to be passed by both the House and the Senate and not get vetoed by the governor before it makes it into law. The bad news, it's already passed the House. See, only 46 Republicans voted against it. And of course, House District 33 incumbent voted for it. The good news, it's not yet out of the Senate committee, so it hasn't made it to the Senate floor for a vote yet. See, it's scheduled for a public hearing today in the Senate Transportation Committee. And unless you're down in Austin today, you won't be able to testify against it. Now, you can still call or email the members of the Transportation Committee and ask them, and better yet, tell them to keep House Bill 3418 off the Senate floor and just let it die in committee. They're literally meeting as I'm recording this, and they have 30 plus bills to look at today. My name is Dennis London. I'm running against the incumbent House Representative for District 33 in the March 2024 Republican primary. So far this session, he's voted for this ridiculous mileage tax bill. Let's see, last week he crossed party lines and voted to infringe on the Second Amendment with House Bill 2744, which actually he helped vote out of committee. And then 2 days ago, He voted against our First Amendment rights with House Bill 1585, which I like to call the Incumbent Protection Act, which would limit your ability to speak out about legislation and the people who author and vote for it. Oh, and he's voted to take away the rights of cities to preserve single-family zoning with House Bill 2789, which is also known as the Accessory Dwelling Unit Bill. By the way, he authored it. Well, the good news, you don't need to vote for him next March. When you elect me as your next state representative, I'll defend our God-given rights as protected by the U.S. Constitution. And I'll work to stop intrusive California-style nanny state bills like this moronic mileage tax. And I'll advance the Republican legislative priorities that are set by we the people. But I need your help. I don't have lobbyists and PACs throwing money at me. Everything I have has come from grassroots and personal contributions. Every donation helps get the message out so Rockwall and Collin counties will know they have a choice at the ballot box this March. You can visit londonfortexas.org and click the donate button. And please share this video with everyone you know. Thank you for helping me spread the word. Thank you for your donations. Thanks for helping me get this message out. And thank you for taking the time to watch, like, and share this video. Together, we can save Texas. God bless you, and God bless Texas.